With the milk in hand, really?
Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit.
God.
Dude, isn't Instagram bio for a reason? Alright, guys.
Welcome back to the History Club podcast.
Woo!
I'm Owen.
And I'm Campbell, and we are very excited for today's guest. Please welcome Ryan.
Ryan. Woo!
How does it feel?
It's good, and I too am very excited to be
Oh
on
my gosh.
the podcast.
This is amazing. I can't wait.
And we have to acknowledge that we actually have a fellow podcaster with us tonight.
We got a veteran.
Do you want to tell them about your podcast?
I have a podcast called Ryan Walsh Talks in Bathrooms. I don't think that I am quite as professional as this podcast. It's also weird not being in a bathroom to do one of these. This is a new experience. Also in front of a camera. Mine doesn't have a camera.
It's quite the leap.
Yes. This is a new ground for me.
But we're sure it's a great podcast, so please check it out on Spotify or wherever you find your podcasts. Ryan Walsh Talks in Bathrooms.
Unfortunately, I think just Spotify.
So hopefully
That's
you
all
only
right.
find your podcast on Spotify, and you can
Nowhere
check it
else.
out. You can check it out.
Thank you. Appreciate the shout out, guys.
So we're so happy to have you
We are.
on.
I'm excited for this one.
I'm excited for this one too. Do you want to lead it off, Owen?
Sure thing. All right. Great question for you that I was thinking of earlier.
Yeah.
What is your favorite era of history?
Oh shoot, I think you guys emailed me about this over the summer. Not entirely sure if I responded to that. I think I get this question a lot.
Ooh.
And it's really just everything but religious history.
Whoa.
Oh, interesting. What's your beef?
What's my beef? Now saying this in front of the camera is a little scary, but I don't know, I feel like forcing conversions at like knife point doesn't really make sense to me.
Mm.
Like, I was learning earlier about there's some Russian conquest where they were like forcing conversions, and then they said that like the natives would just go back to doing whatever religion they were before the second they went away. And that's what I imagine most people would do. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, fighting over that seems illogical to me. So it's just not an interest. But the rest of history, I find fascinating.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
You've cut out a significant portion of like the Reformation. You got like
Yes.
Martin Luther. You just
I jump right from the Romans into like the Atlantic trade.
there you go.
What's in between? That's for other people to focus on.
I think that's smart. that's
Yeah.
smart, and I agree with your take on conversions.
Right? It just seems silly.
Yeah.
Comment below if you agree.
Do you agree?
To follow that up, do you have a favorite class you've taken?
I like focusing on Native American history in these imaginary classes. I think I just there's so much that I don't know about them. Also, I was talking about this with another imaginary professor earlier. That I think before societies get established, they aren't as focused on like as trivial things. So
That's a good
like
point.
we were talking about Thomas or Thomasine Hall, who is this intersex person who was a slave, and there was a big trial about it. And you only see that as these settlements like get farther along, in which the like earlier settlements, they care about living, right? And then you get a little bit later and suddenly they start giving a fuck about who washes dishes and who works in the field. And it's just dumb. Like, why does anyone care about that? Why is there a court trial about that? But if you're in the early settlers, like in Jamestown, work is work. We need food. We need pelts. Like, it all just makes much more sense.
Yeah.
In Native American history, I feel like that's what a lot of it is. Like, they're so focused on living and trade, and they're moving around so much that a lot of the stuff that we learn about is how they're hunting and how they're living and the houses that they're building. And there's so much diversity within that group of, like, how they're all living on the same land. So that was really, really cool.
Yeah.
That's a great pick. We've taken that class.
A wonderful class.
We took it together.
Yes,
Yes.
our imaginary class we
Yes.
took together.
We got
Yes.
100s on the final exam.
We did. You got 100 too?
Yes.
I was so happy about that.
We locked in.
48, 49, and then eventually 50 out of 50.
Yes.
Look at that progress.
Work. We have an academic on the pod today.
We do.
In
With fully developed theories.
many hot takes that I probably shouldn't share.
We'll have to get those out of him.
Yeah.
Rapid fire questions. Do you want to show the podcast what you're drinking today, by the way?
Yes. I'm drinking Great's whole milk from Market Basket.
Yes.
Yeah.
Our first podcast guest to bring a drink to the pod.
Oh, and spill on the podcast.
That's fine.
Multiple firsts.
The camera can't see.
Yeah.
The viewers are just listening.
Yes. Are they?
I don't know. Comment below.
Did he actually spill or is he lying?
Or are you just listening to have this in the background?
He's just gaslighting us, guys.
I think they're gaslighting you a little more because there's nothing in either of those cups.
You guys don't know that.
No.
Comment below if you think that they're lying.
Please get engagement up. We should also just briefly mention the other challenge we have for the viewers.
Mm-hmm.
You do jujitsu.
Yes.
I do.
And Owen has agreed if this video gets 15 likes.
That's a lot of likes.
That's a lot of likes, guys, but we will do a special jujitsu episode and they will face off right here in our imaginary campus.
Yes.
That would be really fun. I would actually very much enjoy that.
It would make Ryan so happy. So please leave a like and a comment.
Guys, I'm gonna die.
Thank you, Owen, into agreeing to fight Ryan and for being my podcast co-host.
For the purposes of engagement, he's very committed to
Yes.
the podcast.
I will be the sacrificial lamb.
For you, the viewers.
And for you, Ryan Walsh.
Yes.
We'll have to bleep that out, too.
That's
Oh,
okay.
You're only known as... I mean, we can put it in if you want.
I mean, up to you.
It's up to... I mean, do you want it on your resume? Like, do you want it?
Probably not.
Probably
He
not.
did say Ryan Walsh for his podcast name.
Oh, that's true.
That's true.
That's true.
Maybe as the title, just Ryan though. That way.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I fear that me talking shit about religious history might
Yes.
not bode well for
Yeah.
future employers.
When you need a religious history job.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this will be
We can
titled
believe that.
Ryan, but
Mhm.
you know, we can leave the last thing in.
Yeah.
Excellent. That sounds good.
Wonderful.
Good middle ground.
Perfect.
He called us on the.
What?
He called us out on the.
I'm sorry.
You know, it's just I'm too focused on the viewers to focus on myself
Absolutely.
and my needs.
I'm
Yeah.
selfless of you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Do you guys have favorite classes you've taken?
Oh, that's a great question.
Good question.
I love when our guests ask us questions.
This almost never happens.
Yeah, what was up?
I suppose last time when I was asked this question, I answered the French Revolution class.
Mm.
I think I'm just going to stick with that answer. I think
Okay.
that's a very solid
What did
answer.
you like about it?
I liked, it was very interesting. It was discussion based, which tended to challenge me a lot more than I had anticipated.
Yeah.
I was not very much for the discussion classes before that, but then I really tapped into that side of me that I didn't know I had.
Is that the preferred format of a class for you guys? Like discussion based?
For me,
Mm.
yeah. What about you?
I think if I'm doing all the readings, discussion based is really nice.
Yeah.
But if I'm being completely honest, that not all classes can I fit all the readings in. So for some, I really like paper based.
Mm.
In the Native American history, that was a good because it was nice short readings.
Mm.
And then the DBQs, I liked how there was a list of options you could pick and learn more about, and then there was a couple you could exclude, like you knew you wouldn't have to talk about 3 of them.
Yeah. I agree. I liked that.
Mm.
Yeah.
Discussions can be fun.
Yeah. I'm a discussion-based type of person.
Discussion classes love to get like off topic and go into tangents that are absolutely like some of the funniest parts of the class as well.
Yes. Yeah. I can't remember what we did in French Revolution, but I'm sure there were some good tangents.
Oh, there always were.
Yeah.
You guys take that one together?
We did.
Mhm.
Yes.
Is that one of your favorite ones?
It's one of my favorites. I would say that there was the World of Things class, which was like history of consumer culture. That one was great. And then probably methods was the top.
Cool.
How can you beat methods?
It's hard to beat methods.
We all took methods.
Yes.
With a wonderful imaginary professor.
Yes. The same one, I believe.
Okay. yes.
The rumors are true.
Confederates in the Attic has probably been my favorite book that I've read.
It's my favorite book, too.
It's a really good one.
Very good book. I think it's the best book I've ever been assigned to read for a college course.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Common ground.
Yes.
All three.
What's your favorite chapter of Confederates in the Attic?
I think when they're talking about something Westerman.
Westerman.
That's our favorite chapter.
Yeah.
That's your favorite chapter as well?
Yes.
Yeah.
I read that
Good
chapter in high school.
Really?
Yes.
Have you guys always been interested I've been wondering this. Have you guys always been history people?
I've not. I read Confederates in the Attic in high school, and I was like, this is so cool.
And then that made you want to be a history major?
That was really the first point.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah. I came into college undeclared. I am not a history major at the start, but after a couple classes, 20s and 30s, and French Revolution, that's what really...
20s and 30s was one of your first classes?
Mhm.
That's a 3,000 level.
Yeah.
Wow.
I know.
Jumping in the deep end.
Mm-hmm.
Were you always into history?
No. I took a gap year after high school, and I was in AmeriCorps NCCC. Have you guys heard of that program?
I did hear about
AmeriCorps.
AmeriCorps. Yeah.
It's the same idea. It's community service. You travel around the country doing community service.
Ooh.
And one of the projects, we were on a military base teaching refugees coming from Afghanistan right after Biden pulled out. And we were teachers there. And I just remember that was really the point where I found I wanted to be a teacher. And out of the things that I would lesson plan, I found that I enjoyed talking about history the most. And then after that, I had applied to like community college to teach. And I would listen to podcasts all summer. We were like building trails in Missouri, and I would listen to these podcasts about like history. I was like, it's fascinating.
Whoa.
And then I found I really wanted to, and I fucking love history at this point.
Oh, yeah.
Yay!
I was just talking about it with one of my friends, that she's a economics major, and she's saying that for the most part, economics is like mainly a job for her, and then like 20% hobby. And for me, history is like 95% hobby and like 5% career.
That's wonderful.
What a great split.
That's how it should be.
Right?
Yeah.
I honestly feel so blessed that there's like a career within this.
Yes.
And that like I can just learn about cool stories in the past and like get paid for that.
Yeah.
eventually.
Yeah.
And kids will be held hostage while I talk about it.
But not religious history.
Yeah.
You don't learn about
Ideally
religious
not.
history.
Ideally not. You know, the good thing about most of U.S. history is you don't have to deal with the clergy or popes or
That's very
archbishops.
true.
I didn't really think about that.
So
Yeah.
I also prefer to read newspapers as opposed to cursive. So
Yeah.
That's
U.S.
big,
history
too.
has made it a lot easier.
That's true.
Yeah.
Until
a good
now, our
point.
first American Pope.
Oh, really? He's American?
Yeah.
Yes. He's a White Sox fan.
From Chicago?
Yes.
Oh,
from
wow.
Chicago.
Yeah.
You
And he
know,
plays Wordle.
He does play Wordle.
That's really cool, actually. And as you can see, I'm not up to date on
Yeah, that's
anything.
okay.
No,
That's
it's
okay.
okay. It's perfectly okay.
It won't be in the curriculum by the time you start teaching.
Much appreciated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk a little bit about AmeriCorps? Where did you go?
So our first project was in Columbia, Missouri.
Nice.
And we were building like House with Habitat for Humanity. And then the second project was the one on the military base. And that was honestly like the best experience of my life. I actually got the room number of the class I taught in tattooed on my arm. That's what this is. And then the third project, we went to Denver, and we were moving the same refugees who were on the military base into like new houses, and like trying to set up. So we're in a big warehouse, and we would like get all the living supplies for them, and then we'd put them in moving trucks and go and put them in the houses, and we'd also set up pickups to find like end tables and like couches. There's a lot of couches on Facebook Marketplace. That was probably the easiest one to find. End tables were surprisingly difficult.
Really? Wow.
And then the last project, we built trails in Troy, Missouri. In Quiver River.
Okay.
Actually, over summer when I drove out to Montana, I stopped in Quiver River to visit the trails, and
oh my gosh,
yeah, it was really cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah. But America was awesome. Initially, Doge defunded it, which was a big bummer. But I think I looked up this morning and a court had taken that back. So I think
there we go. There we go. Yeah,
it's still an option. Yeah, no, I'd recommend it to anyone who doesn't know like what they want to do. It's like an amazing opportunity to try a bunch of things and still be making somewhat of forward progress.
Yeah, sounds like a good experience to get, just working with kids and helping to make things better.
Yeah. I would say that the working with kids, not all people in AmeriCorps did that. I know City Year, which is another AmeriCorps program, is specifically teaching oriented. But yeah, I was definitely lucky to get that project. It was our team and another team were on that base. Honestly, I didn't know how big military bases were as well. Huge.
Really?
That's
like
really.
Yeah. Have you guys ever been on a military base?
No.
Oh my goodness. Like they have, and this is to anyone who's seen a military base, this is gonna sound ridiculous that I'm so shocked by this, but like they have like traffic lights and cops and fire departments and like subways and grocery stores, and it's like a town that is the military base. Like that's it honestly was awesome. I was on a volleyball team.
Oh wow.
It was really fun. And we had Air Force barracks, which are notably much nicer than I believe every other
nice.
department branch of the military. Yeah. It was great, and you got 4 meals a day.
Ooh,
there you go.
I was eating good. I was a muscle that.
There you go.
Those couple of months.
Bulking season. Absolutely.
It's like DFAC. It gets old after a while because it's the same food over and over. But it's nice to be provided. So our food budget at the beginning of AmeriCorps was $4.75 per person per day.
Oh my god.
$4.75 per person per day.
That's pretty solid.
So not a lot.
Yeah, you can't do much with that.
No, I got really into the milk that I'm drinking now. There's a habit I picked up in AmeriCorps because milk is really cheap. It has a lot of calories, a lot of fat. So if you're trying to not drop a ton of weight, like this half gallon is about $2. I believe it's about 1,300 calories in that.
Whoa. That's the key, guys. Listen up.
Yeah, you get to learn how to ball in a budget.
As a former personal trainer, I would not advise this to anyone trying to lose weight. But if you're trying to gain weight, whole milk is up there with peanut butter and the top options.
Wow. Yeah, keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Free personal trainer on the podcast.
Comment below if you
Comment below if you're a big fan of whole milk.
Yeah. Can I ask what you think about flavored milks?
I'm a big fan. I will say sometimes I think that they're too flavorful. So I like to cut them with other milk. Also, it makes it last longer. But we get like a milk delivery every Wednesday.
Whoa.
So Tully Farm Dairy, as well as multiple other companies do the same thing. But Tully Farm Dairy is the one that we use. And they take our glass milk bottles, the empty ones, and then they give us full ones. And we get coffee flavored, strawberry, and chocolate.
Okay.
Coffee.
Coffee
flavor is the best one.
Whoa. Whoa.
Like, I don't drink caffeine, but coffee flavoring is an unbelievably good flavor.
Always a treat whenever those would show up in the cafeteria in middle school.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
it was coffee flavored milk.
It was a very small crate. We would get one singular crate, usually by accident. But when those did hit, they were snatched up by all the 8th graders.
In middle school, they would have the coffee flavored.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
I've never even heard of coffee flavored milk before today.
You gotta get it out.
Yeah,
Okay.
gotta jump on that one.
I'll check it out.
I didn't drink. I was like allergic to milk for a long time.
Whoa.
Oh, lactose intolerant.
I don't know if I was I don't think I was
No.
lactose intolerant, but I was definitely allergic to milk.
Oh.
And I think I stopped being allergic when I was like 17 or 16 or
Whoa.
something.
Recently.
Yeah. Like 5 years ago. But I remember I had been drinking soy milk for a while. And it was like silk, very vanilla soy milk. And I was under the impression that milk was supposed to taste vanilla, and it is not. And I think once I found out that it's not supposed to taste like vanilla, milk became much more appealing to
There you
me.
go.
So before I was like, this tastes terrible. It tastes nothing like the very vanilla that I'm used to.
Yeah.
But that's not what it's supposed to taste like.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, you gotta rank them now. Coffee milk, strawberry milk, chocolate milk, vanilla, banana.
Okay. So I will say, I gotta give credence to this. Banana can be done well. It's not always done well though.
Yeah.
Coffee is number one, easily. I think I'm gonna put chocolate after that. And then strawberry, then banana, then vanilla. Vanilla's just a little bland.
Yeah.
You know, and truthfully to me, it still kind of feels like what milk should taste like. So it just doesn't seem like anything special.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not doing anything new.
That's understood.
You guys have a favorite flavor of milk?
Banana, for sure.
Banana?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think chocolate's pretty solid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And have you, so like, I know Tully Farm Dairy and I think Shaw Farm also does chocolate, and theirs is very thick. Have you guys noticed this?
I've only had Shaw's Farm. I've never had this Tully one.
Yeah, I've never had that one either.
Shaw Farm and Tully, and it's the same thing.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I have this. This is the perfect time to talk about my milk conspiracy. Okay, there are multiple. Oh, I'm sorry. I gotta keep this up.
No, you can put it down.
No, it's okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
That's already out now. So, okay, multiple. So you've seen the glass bottles, right? And say Tully Farm Dairy on the top.
I have
No?
not.
Okay.
I'm not from around these parts.
I have for Shaw Farm.
Have you seen the glass bottles that they have with the colored cap?
Yeah.
Okay. And so the brown colored cap means chocolate, pink one strawberry, lighter brown coffee.
Yeah.
Kind of the caramel color. And so you see that, and it kind of looks like it's a novel thing. Like that's just Shaw Farm, right?
Mm-hmm.
When in fact, Tully Farm does the exact same thing. There's another one in Martha's Vineyard that does the exact same thing that's sold at Shaw's in Nashua, or used to be sold at Shaw's in Nashua. And then even if you go all the way out to Missouri, same thing. Same thing. Same bottles, roughly the same flavoring. And you know, I have not been able to find out who is producing like the flavoring in the bottles, because there's got to be one central company.
Yeah.
And at the county fair, in right outside Troy, Missouri, I had asked one of these companies. I was like, "Who does your flavoring and like the bottle stuff?" And she said, "We do it." She was very adamant. She almost seemed a little offended that I would have asked such a question.
I believe it.
It's going all the way up to the top.
But I've seen these bottles everywhere, and I think that Big Milk is hiding something.
Whoa.
Big Milk. He's got to watch out. He's got to blur his face. Make sure
I've been sharing this for years, and there's nothing to.
Big Milk is gonna come after you now.
I am not afraid of you, Big Milk. But I want to know who is applying this because it's the same. It's pretty much the same thing. I even did a taste test.
Whoa.
At the gym that I work at with some people who said that Shaw Farm and Tully Farm dairy tasted differently. And they could not tell the difference. There were 3 levels of this test. And in all 3 levels, they failed to tell the distinction.
Wow.
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
It's this, and I'm
way up.
this is a big thing for me.
Wow. Comment below if you agree.
I love this engagement thing. It was really funny.
Comment below if Big Milk is coming after you.
Yeah, we hope they're not. We're not trying to send them after you, but it might happen.
But after you uncover the big stones like these,
Yeah.
they might come after you.
Toothpaste can't go back in the tube now.
It sure can't.
No.
It sure can't. The milk is out of the bottle.
Wow.
The one in Missouri had really cool flavors too.
Like different ones?
Yeah, they had root beer,
Root beer.
cotton candy,
Oh.
nutmeg.
Nutmeg.
I think nutmeg. Nutmeg's like pretty much milk to begin with, right?
I don't
Or am I
know.
thinking of something
I don't
else?
know.
There's some holiday drink.
Eggnog?
Eggnog, that's what it
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
Oh.
Yes. They had eggnog flavored milk, which is pretty much.
Yeah.
I've never had eggnog technically, because again, I was also allergic to eggs.
Mm.
And,
Me too.
this is a good question that I like to ask people. If you had the choice, you have 3 allergies, and you can either have the same ones from birth, and you're stuck with them for the rest of your life, or you have 3 allergies that rotate every 5 years. Which would you choose?
That's a good
That's a
question.
good question.
Right.
I guess I can answer first, because I also have allergies. Peanuts and tree nuts
Okay.
for life, but eggs for a lot of my
Childhood.
life, and then not anymore.
Yeah.
I think that, to be honest with you, like I've never had nuts. I mean, I did at one point as a little baby,
Yeah.
but like I don't miss them. I don't miss peanut butter.
Okay.
I think if I found out tomorrow that I couldn't eat like chicken, I'd be so sad for 5 years. I'd be so sad. But now I just don't know what I'm missing, and so I think I'd rather have them for life.
That's a good point. I'm interested in the 5-year idea.
The 5-year idea?
I just like the joke of it rotating, and all of a sudden I'm having an allergic reaction.
So, and in this hypothetical situation, when the 5 years comes, you are notified of.
Oh,
Okay.
it changes. Oh, okay.
So like obviously, this stems from the fact I keep having rotating allergies.
Oh.
Like I used to be allergic to things that I'm not now, and now I'm allergic to things that I didn't used to be.
Yeah.
Which kind of sucks, but it also. Well, I want you to answer first before I explain this more. So, but. You're notified of the 3 things. So it's not like you're walking around your daily life and you get stung by a bee and then you're just like in anaphylactic.
Okay. If it was, I think then Campbell has a good point in knowing what you'd miss. Like the absence makes the heart grow fonder type thing. If I was to lose like peanut butter for 5 years, I'd be devastated.
I used to be able to eat like peaches and cherries, and they were like my favorite fruits. And now I'll get like a little bit of like a reaction, like sore throat, and it bums me out because I used to love those foods.
Yeah.
And so I just don't think I could do it with another. And also, like, what if it's gluten, and you eat gluten all the time, and I can't eat gluten for 5 years?
But what if from birth you can't eat gluten? Like you're just so restricted.
I just think I would have adapted by the time I've understood what I was missing. Not to downplay all of the wonderful people with celiac disease out there. I stand strong
That
with
is
you.
honestly my second biggest fear.
It's my biggest fear. I had a celiac disease scare last spring. You remember, I survived.
I'd be so scared. Oh my god, celiac seems terrible. You need to be so cautious.
Yes.
At all times. You can't even use the same cutting board.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be terrible.
They don't make gluten-free Boston cream donuts. I found this out.
Oh.
Devastating. Imagine that.
like they can't, or they just currently don't?
I think the like whatever the because it's like a special, like, I don't want to call it a dough. I mean, you're the donut expert here,
yes.
but like the dough that they use, because it's so like kind of flaky and whatever, they don't make that well gluten-free.
Yeah.
And so I think those just don't exist.
Spill number.
No one saw. No one saw.
No.
No one saw.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm from a place of privilege because I don't have any like major allergies like
It's
you
okay.
guys.
We
I
forgive
don't say a
you.
major out. I just kind of feel like I need to throw up for a couple hours. Like I'm not.
Okay.
When I was
That's good,
younger,
though.
it was like, might die anaphylaxis.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. I had one those kind of. I was allergic to the cold.
Oh.
It's called cold urticaria. It affects 1 in 10,000 people, which is actually
Oh my
kind
gosh.
of a lot. But like, I would come out of the ocean with like hives all over me
Whoa.
because of the cold water,
Yeah.
which honestly, kind of cool. Like, just a little bit. You come out and like, what's that?
Whoa.
I'm allergic to the cold.
Look at me.
That's awesome.
I remember I used to work with some girl at I used to work at a restaurant, and she said, I wish I was allergic to the cold. Then I could just like go live in Florida. I was like, you could just go live in Florida right now.
Yeah.
There's nothing stopping you from
You have
doing that.
agency. You have free will.
The only difference is I'm at a higher risk living here than you are. That's the only change between us.
What are the current allergies?
Sesame,
Oh, that's
mustard.
a tough. Oh my gosh.
Mustard.
Yeah.
Oh.
These are bad ones to have.
You know, they are. But I used to be allergic to dog saliva,
Oh.
milk,
Yeah, milk's a tough one. Eggs.
raw. It was only raw egg though.
Me
I
too.
could have-
Me too.
Look at us go.
Look at this.
And I think trees and grass are the other ones.
Trees and grass. Oh.
Yeah. Which I will say those never stopped me. I think most kids hang out in the woods
yeah.
as kids.
Yeah.
But yeah, there were definitely a lot of allergic reactions from that. But the sesame one's annoying because I don't think it actually is really adding to most things. I think it's more of a garnish,
Yeah.
which is just then a huge pain in the ass. Like, a burger bun, and it's got like sesame seeds. Like, does it really taste that much better with sesame seeds?
Yeah.
No, really.
No, but then I have to look like I'm on keto and like holding the top of it while like discarding the top bun. Or sushi. UMass Amherst sushi at the dining hall has sesame seeds like in the rice that they make. So,
That's evil.
So I could not eat the sushi at UMass Amherst because it was already infused. And again, what is sesame adding to this meal?
Nothing.
Nothing.
I agree. I stand strong with the sesame allergy community. Them and celiacs.
I'm an ally.
Celiac is way worse. I don't want to even compare myself to that.
Celiacs is pretty bad.
That's
but sesame
so
is
bad.
one of the worst. Sesame and mustard worse than nuts, for sure.
Maybe.
I think they're in more things. And they can be like disguised in things. Like, can you have salad dressings with mustard in them?
No.
Yeah, that's
It's in
tough.
a lot of sauces, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But again, it's not that, like, I'm just getting uncomfortable for a while.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like every time, like, I'll go and eat, like, Asian-styled foods, I'm always like...
A bit wary.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
am I going to want to throw up in an hour?
Yeah.
So that piece does suck now. And shrimp, I'm allergic to that as well.
Oh.
And something at Chipotle, I don't know what it is, but there's something in every time I've tried to eat Chipotle where I want to throw up. I don't know what's it. I think avocados is a new one too.
Really?
Which is probably what the Chipotle thing is.
Yeah. That makes sense.
But yeah, all things that I very much enjoyed, and now
Out the window.
no hummus.
Me too. We were just talking. I don't think I'm
tahini.
allergic, but it makes me feel awful every time I eat it now. I don't know why though.
Are you allergic to sesame?
I don't think so. I think
I hope not.
my mom thinks it's chickpeas because they're in the same food group as peanuts.
Oh, okay.
That's her theory.
I initially thought it was chickpeas.
Yeah.
But then I ate chickpeas and it was fine. So.
Okay. I need to go to an allergist soon. So
Yeah,
we can
you
get
know,
that.
some allergies, I think they obviously have the like pricking thing to like see if you're
Yeah.
allergic, but then they also have the much less medical, just eat something and we'll see what happens.
Oh, really?
And you haven't, okay, obviously, for those of us who have been at the allergist many times,
Yeah.
if they don't get a reaction from the like pricking, they've pricked your back, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Sometimes they say, just bring in a food that contains this, and you'll just sit here for a while, and we'll monitor you.
Wow. I've never had that done.
You've never had that done? I've never done it, but they've told me about it many times.
Wow. I haven't been to the allergist in a while.
Okay.
I should go.
I haven't went either because I'm just kind of like, I feel like I can figure this out on my own.
Yeah.
I've never been.
Have you ever just gotten the blood draw?
I never did that. That'd probably be a simpler way to do it. It was probably not a great look for me to say that because I just said, I don't go to the allergist anymore. I think I figured it out by myself. For me to say that I think I might know more than a doctor, it's not a great look.
Right.
All
I
right.
think sometimes that's the truth.
You know your body more than any doctor.
I'm not even fully convinced of that. I've been to school for a while. I think they might know more than me about it. Sometimes I go to the doctor and they're like, does this hurt? And I'm like, can you tell me? I feel like you're way more qualified to make that.
I think you know where.
Does it look like it hurts?
So, previously you mentioned that you went to Montana. You went to Glacier.
Yes. I worked for Glacier Park Boat Company in Glacier National Park.
Woo!
Wow.
Yes. Very amazing experience. Have you guys been out there before?
No.
Nope.
Yeah, highly recommend. Comment below if you've been.
Have you been to Montana?
Yeah, it's just such a beautiful landscape. I've been hiking in the White Mountains for like a couple of years now, and it's very pretty, but it's very different. The Appalachian Range is much older, so the mountains are much more rounded, where the mountains in the Rocky Range are much younger. Younger in terms of like billions of years. And so they're much more jagged, and also they're much taller, and it's just it's a really, really beautiful landscape. And the job was awesome too. I was a tour guide and a dockhand. So we were dockhands for like 3 days a week, and then 1 day a week we were tour guides on the boats. And I actually didn't really know that going into the job, but it was a very nice surprise. I think many of the history majors will want to be history teachers, and that was like a great opportunity to kind of it was an hour-long tour, which is about the same as like a class will be, and you just talk about the history of the park and the lake, and so that was super, super fun. And got to learn a lot about Northwest history and the fur trade and all that stuff.
I love the fur trade.
It's so interesting, right? Yeah.
Do you have any fur trade facts that you learned that you want to share with the pod?
Well, obviously, felt hats. Got to tell people about that, which was exciting. But the lake that I worked on was named after Duncan MacDonald, whose grandfather was Finan MacDonald, who worked with David Thompson. Is familiar with David Thompson?
No.
Okay. Well, he worked for the Hudson Bay Company, and then eventually the Northwest Company, and was like setting up trading posts for the fur trade. And I had watched a documentary about David Thompson like a couple years ago. So I remember I was at the Northwest Montana History Museum. I was reading this book, and it said Finan MacDonald was like a clerk of David Thompson, and I freaked out in that room. It's like such a nerdy thing that since like I feel like in high school, I think education wasn't as important to me. And now I get like all excited to do tests and stuff. But I was like reading this in the same amount of excitement that I used to get for like a wrestling match. I was like, oh my God, yes. Or like, when you're researching papers and you finally find that piece of like information, you get all excited.
Yeah.
That like a newspaper article said what you wanted to see.
It's such a rush. Oh,
it feels so good. Yes. But explaining that to people who are not which I imagine would be a little confusing.
Yeah.
Very nerdy. I mean, let's be frank. We get excited over this.
It's good. We find joy in small stuff.
It is.
Yeah.
I remember researching a paper for methods. I was talking about voting fraud in Bleeding Kansas, the end of Civil War, and there was one quote of there was a newspaper talking about Franklin Pierce. They said if he didn't notice the voting fraud, he must have. Been like closed his eyes and covered his ears. That was so funny that they had used that lingo about the president and throwing that in the paper. It was such a good feeling.
That's awesome.
But Glacier was really fun. I went way off topic.
We steered
you all right.
We steered you there.
Yes.
That's
great. A gentle guiding towards.
Yes.
Welcome back, everyone. It's time for rapid fire questions.
Yes, we're very excited for this segment. I think I normally introduce rapid fire questions.
I have no idea. Do you?
I think I do, but I think we should switch it up this time because I think you killed that.
That was really fun that you guys did that together.
That was great.
Can we all do it together?
Yes.
Rapid fire questions.
So exciting. Should I start off this time then?
Might as well.
Ryan, what is your favorite hike you have ever done?
I think Cracker Lake in Montana.
Ryan Gosling or Ryan Reynolds?
To be honest with you, I'm not a huge fan of either, but I do not understand. You know how someone will be like, Ryan Reynolds isn't attractive? That feels like complete bullshit. There's no way. He's a very handsome man.
That he is.
What is the worst history book you've ever read?
I'd be so honest, I'm not a big reader. I really don't like reading. So I don't think I could tell you.
Okay, that's fine.
Fair enough.
I would much rather, like, audiobooks, big fan of.
That counts.
Yeah, that counts?
Yeah.
I don't think I have a worst then. I think they've all been positive experiences. Also the lectures, amazing, and obviously not books, but imaginary professor that I'm doing the independent study with was telling me about the Colonial Society of Massachusetts Colonial History Society. They have like a lecture series, and so does Massachusetts Historical Society. They have a lecture series as well. And I'm so excited to go to this. I can't wait. I was just telling him about that.
Yeah, he was.
There's one about highway advertisements that's coming up in October. And I'm so excited about it. I called my mom. I was so excited about this.
Okay, so previously you mentioned Franklin Pierce. So I wanted to know who your favorite U.S. president was and why.
Lyndon B. Johnson.
Why?
Well, the only downside of Lyndon B. Johnson is the Vietnam thing. And I think JFK more so started that, and Lyndon B. Johnson was kind of dragged into it. So the LBJ, how many kids did you kill today? It kind of feels like unfair to me. And then I also Civil Rights Act. He was a much more clear proponent of it than JFK was. JFK kind of, in theory, helped MLK Jr., but like, it didn't really seem like he helped him that much.
Yeah.
And I think Lyndon B. Johnson was a much larger advocate of that. And then, in a somewhat selfish way, I want to be a teacher. And I think it's really cool that Lyndon B. Johnson was a teacher and then became president.
Yeah.
So much more like humble beginnings than JFK was primed to be president. Obviously, his older brother was initially primed and then died in the plane accident. But Lyndon B. Johnson, I think, really like made himself get to that position, and so I really respect that. And I'm a big fan of LBJ.
LBJ knew the Senate, and he knew a great society.
He sure did. King of the backdoor deals, too. I've heard. So I've heard. That's not why I like him.
And finally, or no, you have one more question. I apologize. I'm used to going last. Do you have a favorite lecture you've ever been to?
It's really disappointing that I can't think. You want people to say, like, what's your favorite song? I have nothing. Favorite movie? I have nothing.
Yeah.
I think it's really hard to pick them out. I didn't go to it, but there's this talk Malcolm Gladwell does at Microsoft. There's a YouTube video of it that I really like. And he's talking about his book called Outliers.
Yeah.
And so I want to talk about this book. The first day of class that I'm a teacher in the future, there's this data point that he talks about, or it's like, I'm gonna butcher explaining this, but there's these really long questionnaires of like, how do you enjoy school? And it's like, do you like really like school? You know, like the 5 question, you know what I'm talking about? Really long things.
Yeah.
And the problem is a lot of kids don't finish those tests. And so they correlated how many questions kids finish on those tests and math scores. There's an incredibly strong correlation. And the conclusion from this is that the kids who do better in math will put more effort towards math. And that's why they're doing better. But there's nothing necessarily, really throughout the book, he makes this argument as well, that there's nothing necessarily special about most successful people. They're just working harder. And I think throughout like high school and most of my educational career, I just thought, you know, I wasn't the smart kid, so there's nothing I could do. And you know, the kid who got valedictorian, he was just naturally smart. And you know, I think since I got to college, I realized that it is really an effort thing. And in that lecture, he had presented data behind it, and it kind of validated that belief that, you know, you put effort towards something and eventually it'll be good. And now I really want to play that lecture. The first day of class. I just want to like show kids that there's no reason why they can't succeed. As long as they try. Amazing lecture. I can't. I'm going to send it to both
Comment
you guys.
below if you've seen that lecture before.
And if you don't, watch it after the podcast.
Absolutely. Cue it up right now.
Right now.
Malcolm Gladwell, Outliers, Microsoft lecture series, I think. Something along those lines.
And finally, for the last rapid fire question, you're a man in touch with nature. I've got a question to ask you. What's your favorite kind of tree?
Western lodgepole pine.
Oh, that's a detailed answer.
This is one of the trees that we talked about on the boat tour at Glacier. And it's the tree that most of the Great Plains Indians would use for their teepees. It's also a fire reliance tree. So it needs fire to reproduce. Which is really interesting. Their lifespan is 70 to 100 years, so they really rely on that fire to kind of burn them down and then regrow. And they have a serotinous pine cone, which is a pine cone that has a resin film around it. Needs to be heated up to 113 degrees for the seeds to disperse.
Oh my gosh.
And then it will regrow.
That's pretty cool.
Big fan of
That's
the lodgepole
awesome.
pine. Yes.
That might be my new favorite tree.
Yeah, I'm glad I asked you that one.
I'm glad I had an answer for you, because before this past summer, I would not have had an answer for you.
But you've learned.
But now I've learned.
You've learned.
There you go.
Well, thank you so much, Ryan, for coming on. Do you have any last words for the podcast?
No, I'm incredibly honored to be asked to be on here. Through a time of this imaginary universe.
Yes.
I felt very blessed to kind of get to know you guys at my previous imaginary university, community college, imaginary community college, I felt like there wasn't as much of a community. I didn't really know the other history majors or faculty, and this has been a really amazing experience for me.
That's great. And we agree. I think we agree.
Yeah,
it's been
wholeheartedly.
awesome. And it's been great to get to know you.
Yeah. And we have a special question that we love to ask our guests. What question would you ask to the next person that's going to be on the podcast?
I liked your question of who's your favorite president. I think maybe what's your favorite obscure history topic that you think
That's a good one.
That's a good question.
That's a good one. And we should also forward Ronan's question from last episode.
Okay.
He would like to know if you prefer History Club or Model UN.
We've never been to either. And frankly, I should be much more involved on campus than I truly am.
Right.
But I think that I've went to one history club meeting ever, unfortunately.
That's okay.
But in spirit, I'm a big fan.
Yes.
And you've been on the History Club podcast?
I have.
Exactly.
I have.
That's pretty much the same thing.
That's what
But
matters.
because we have the current history club president and the former, I think because of my current position sitting next to them, I do have to say history club is better than Model UN.
Thank you. Great answer, I think.
Great answer.
Great answer. Well, thank you for watching, everyone. We will see you next time with episode 11. This was episode 10. You
Wow.
pushed us in
Double digits.
I think for this we need a big group hug.
I think so
Big
too.
group hug time.
You guys are so tall.
I don't get that often.